There are so many islands around the world. Some islands are well worth a visit. But, visiting some of the islands can even lead to death. Such islands are very, very dangerous. So, today I'm going to tell you about the most dangerous islands in the world. 1. Snake Island, Brazil. Ilha da Queimada Grande, famously known as the Snake Island, is one of the deadliest islands in the world. Located about 90 miles off the São Paulo coast, this island is densely populated with snakes. It is also the home to about 4,000 golden lancehead vipers. These snakes are unique to this island, and are one of the most poisonous reptiles on Earth. They can grow about half a meter long, and possess such a fast-acting, powerful venom that melts the flesh around their bites. The snakes on the island exist in such a high concentration that researchers estimate that there's one snake for every square meter. This means you are never more than 3 feet away from death. 2. North Sentinel Island, India. In this modern world, it is hard to believe that there still exists a community of people with no connection with the outside world. A part of the Andaman Islands, North Sentinel provides a home to these Sentinelese people. These people are very hostile to external contact, and kill anyone who comes close to their land. Hence, it is deemed as the hardest place to visit in the world. The population of this tribe is estimated to be anywhere between 50 and 400 individuals. They have lived in isolation on the island for about 60,000 years, resisting attempts by the authorities and anthropologists to study their culture and integrate them into the modern world. So, protective are they of their territory, that an Indian Coast Guard helicopter was greeted by a volley of arrows preventing it from landing. 3. Poveglia Island, Italy. A small island located in the Venetian Lagoon, northern Italy, Poveglia is considered to be one of the creepiest places on Earth. This island is famous for its paranormal activities. During the Roman Empire, the victims of the plague were housed on this island. In order to separate the sick ones from the healthy residents, the afflicted people were forced to live here and die in isolation. Also, reports claim that a mental asylum was opened on Poveglia Island in 1922. The scientists and doctors here, taking the advantage of its isolation and privacy, abused, tortured and killed many of their patients. The hospital closed in 1968, and its ruins are still there. The fact that it housed mental patients is also evident. Many believe that hundreds of thousands of tormented souls still remain trapped on Poveglia Island, and you can still hear their screams. It has also been featured in the TV shows, Ghost Adventures, and Scariest Places on Earth, and has also been a subject of various fiction and graphic novels. 4. Gruinard Island, Scotland. Gruinard Island is a small, oval-shaped island located in Gruinard Bay, less than a mile from the Scottish mainland. The soil here is considered to be contaminated with anthrax, and is viewed as genuine threats. During the World War II, UK decided to use anthrax as a weapon. They decided to explode bombs containing this lethal killer, for attacking the enemy. This deadly bacillus can kill via skin contact, inhalation, and ingestion. In 1942, Gruinard was selected for the biological warfare experiments, but later was declared under quarantine. This is because the anthrax spores were indestructible and anyone who set foot on it was dead within minutes. Although the British government, in 1986, began a full-scale decontamination of the island and eventually declared it as safe in 1990, not everyone is convinced of this owing to the fact that anthrax is a very resilient and deadly bacterium. 5. Ramree Island, Myanmar. Situated off the coast of Rakhine State, Myanmar, Ramree Island is a home to an unknown number of the largest reptilian predator in the world, the saltwater crocodile. These crocodiles can grow to over 20 feet in length. They can eat almost anything that crosses their path, including a full-grown adult human. During World War II, Ramree Island was the site of a number of battles between the British and Japanese forces. In order to establish a new airbase, the British troops drove nearly 1,000 Japanese combatants into the mangrove swamp that covered Ramree. Around 500 of these soldiers are thought to have escaped the swamp. They are reported to have told horrific tales of dozens of crocodiles attacking the soldiers and dragging them off. Due to this horrific animals gone wild-style massacre, it is listed as the greatest disaster suffered by humans due to animals in the Guinness Book of World Records. 6. Izu Islands, Japan. Izu Islands is a volcanic island, comprises of 2 towns and 6 villages. Additionally, these clusters of villages and islets together are located east of the Izu Peninsula of Honshu, Japan. The island is filled with deadly levels of sulfur in the air, making all residents to mandatorily wear masks. Though there is a huge amount of dangerous sulfur in the air, people still live here. There is a dedicated siren alarm to alert the inhabitants whenever the sulfur reaches the toxin level. 7. Bikini Atoll, Marshall Islands. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is dangerous for two reasons: nuclear radiation and sharks. It was the site of more than 20 nuclear weapons tests between 1946 and 1958, and, although the islands were declared safe in 1997, their original inhabitants have refused to return. Eating locally grown produce is not advised. So, no chomping on fallen coconuts. Furthermore, the lack of fishing in the area during the past 65 years means that sea life, including sharks, have flourished, which, along with the numerous shipwrecks in the region, attracts hundreds of divers each year. 8. Farallon Islands, United States. Between 1946 and 1970, the sea around the Farallon Islands off the coast of San Francisco was used as a dumping site for radioactive waste. An estimated 47,555-gallon steel drums were discarded here, but their exact location and the risk they pose to the environment is unclear. It is also believed that attempting to remove them would cause more damage than leaving them untouched. There is also an extensive elephant seal population, which attracts scores of great white sharks. 9. Kerguelen Islands. Also referred to as the Desolation Islands, the Kerguelen Islands is a group of islands that are among the most isolated places on Earth. This island group is located in the Antarctic region, where they form a part of the Kerguelen Plateau that is exposed on the surface of the sea. The rest of the plateau remains submerged in the ocean waters. These islands are over 3,300 kilometers from Madagascar, the nearest location with human settlement. The Kerguelen Islands are under the administration of French Southern and Antarctic lands. The largest island in the group is named Grande Terre, and it is 6,675 square km in area. The climate here is too harsh to support any life without special arrangements. Strong, cold winds blow all year round and the surrounding seas remain choppy. Despite the challenging environment, France maintains a permanent group of around 45 to 100 soldiers, scientists, engineers, and other professionals on these islands. The only way to reach these islands is by ship. 10. Saba, Netherlands. The Caribbean island in the Lesser Antilles chain is a special municipality of the Netherlands. If you ever want to visit, make sure it's during the winter. It has been hit by more major storms since 1851 than any other place on Earth. A total of 64 severe hurricanes have passed through the island until 2010, according to the Caribbean Hurricane Network. This is one every 2.5 years. So, even the thought of going to islands like this is really scary. It may even cause you death. So, what do you think of these dangerous islands? Don't forget to leave a comment below.